turn 12. First turn that didn't really went as expected, but no big loss, fortunately. So first I did the Forbidden, and I got a very shitty reward, which is Frost Missile, which is one of the worst reward I can get from the Forbidden Sanctum, and I got 521 mana and 45 CP. So the mana was wasted because I was already at 200, and the TP was useful, but I was hoping for a better spell. And then, yeah, so I should actually show this fight first. So it was the easiest defender set, but not with the easiest units. The easiest units would have been a nymph, but didn't get one. I got 2 shamans, including 1 Draconian Shaman with, I know, okay. Actually it was Orc Shaman. So with a lot of movement points, but that's just because it's a shaman and not because it's a Draconian. 2 Blight Doctors going very well with the shaman and their blight damage, and Blight Doctors themselves have blight damage. And a unicorn, which is dangerous because of phase. And also a Orc Priest with Strokers, and I have Maskers, which is very, very dangerous for Tigrants because they already have low resistance, and here they can get really nasty damage. So it was actually quite dangerous, even if it's one of the easiest defender set, and I had to be cautious. So I sent 1 Cheetah on the left, the one which is Elite 1, Champion 1, so it has more HP to take the damage it's going to take. And then I positioned the Chariot just 1x outside the range of the Priest, who has 5x's range, medium range, which usually trigger them to attack, and that's what happened. So he moved to attack my units. I put the rest of my units at least 3x's outside the range, so that they take only 1 range hit. And my Cheetah, who has the lowest resistance, even without guarding, I put her really on the back. And the Orc, oh, it's an Orc, I didn't pay attention, so it has Victory Rush, so I can let her take some damage. Put her here. So the idea was to split them as much as possible, and as usual, deal with them one by one, or a group by group, because if they all charge me at the same time, I'm going to be really in trouble. And usually the Blight Doctors first use Weakened, and then they start attacking, so you know that you are not going, usually you know that you are not going to take damage the first turn from the Blight Doctors. So the split went well. I took some big damage due to Weakened, but it was okay because I had 55 HP on the Cheetah. So I split them 3-3, and then these guys can come back, especially this one, but the 2 others, they can come back, but if I stay behind this line, on this line or behind this line, they cannot reach me with ranged attacks. So it means I still have a chance to bring them with me with this Cheetah. And so that's what I did. I moved back and brought these 2 with me, and let this one come back, and he would cast Weakened as usual, so no damage. So then I have to kill these 2 or do something so that they don't give me too much damage, especially since I have the risk of the Blight Doctor using Weakened, which will increase the damage from the poison bolts by 60%, which is quite massive. So I calculated that with 8 resistance, with 8 resistance when guarding, I would take a base damage of 10, which is 8 plus 2. And then with the Weakened I would take plus 60%, so that's 16. And then you've got plus 20% variation around the mean, which means about plus 3 or plus 4, which means maximum 20 damage per hit. My leader has 45, So if I use quick dash on him, kill the orc, then reduce 1 action point from the shaman, maximum damage I can take is 40, which is 20 times 2. And it doesn't have high morale. You have always to check that, because if they have a relatively high value of morale, they can do critical strikes, but with 0, no critical strike possible. So maximum damage is 40. So what I did was do some damage with the Enchantress on for the priest, then finish him with a charge, and then quick dash, move. I've got 3 action points back because quick dash gives 50%, which means 18, and it's 6 movement points per hex, so that's 3 movement points. And actually I'm a Tyrant, so it's 5 movement points per hex, but that's still 3. So I can move in 1 x, then back 2 x's, and it will drain 1 action points, and I will take maximum 40 damage. And then with the rest I just kill the unicorn. So I thought that was the safest way, because otherwise I could move forward and use Assassin Strike on the shaman, but then I would open my flank with my rogue, and that's a bit dangerous, even with 60% blight protection, 40% from goblin and 20% from the warg mount. Yeah, so I finished the unicorn. First I moved forward, but then I thought it might be dangerous, so moved back. Quick dash, use martial arts plus Omen of the Dove. It means I take only 1 damage from the attack of opportunity. And yeah, and here I stay at range so that the shaman can attack me, but the Blight Doctor cannot. And I hope the shaman will move forward and attack me. That's to prevent him from moving back, which would be quite dangerous, because I'm not yet ready to deal with too many units. The shaman are quite beefy with 60 HP, so you need to really focus fire on them, and I didn't want 4 units to come back to me that fast. And actually the shaman didn't do what I expected from him. I expected him to do damage on my leader, but instead, probably because the Blight Doctor didn't do the weekend first, the shaman moved first, so the shaman instead used Entangled, which was annoying, but not that much actually. So then I moved the cheetah. Oh. Yeah, so I drained the action points of the shaman with my Sabotoff, and I take only 5/5/5 or something like this, which is not that much. And then I have free range to finish him and farm experience with the hero. And here actually I was not totally focused, so I finished him, but I should have waited and finished him with the hero to maximize experience for the hero. And so here I moved the cheetah more and used sprint to avoid being in range, because now I kill all the units. I've got only these 2, so I don't want to bait them anymore. I just want to finish them. And then the end of the fight I just move back and kill them. Then the second fight was where I retreat, and that's this crystal tree. So I was low on HP on 2 units at the beginning of the fight. The apprentice with 14 and the cheetah would take all the damage on the Forbidden Sanctum with 21. So I had to protect them from the phase of the Node Serpents if I didn't want to have them killed. At the same time, this site has double casting point cost for casting spells, so you cannot really cast spells as you want. And then this guy is very dangerous with Firebomb. My usual strategy is to move back, concentrate units at one point to protect the weakest unit in the middle. But with the Draconian Apprentice you cannot really do that, because then you would take a lot of damage from the Firebomb. And also the Firebomb is not reduced much by the Omen of the Dove, because it does fire damage. and they rushed me on the first round. So I tried one kind of desperate move, casting Berserker on the apprentice, but it failed. Even if it failed, it was a good move because it reduced 7 movement points from it, so he couldn't reach my defensive structure here. That's the defense I was talking about, where you group all your units together to defend the weakest units apprentice behind. I was somehow hoping the Node Serpents would phase and sprint on me, but they didn't. So actually I think I should have sacrificed one of the cheetah, like this one, only trooper, and sacrificed it to send her here and takes the phase from the serpents and kill the rest. So I would have lost one unit, but I think it's worth the price. Because here I really didn't see how I could drain all the action points of the serpents. Because the serpents, they've got sprint and they're very, very dangerous. And at the same time I can be flanked by the warrior, the apprentice, the other apprentice. So it was really too dangerous. I decided just to retreat. So for once I played safe, but after all we are on round 8 of the tournament, so no really space for mistakes. So I'm losing some movement points by retreating and also some morale, but yeah, I think it was best to do that. So I will heal thanks to Field Medic. I wasted 20 casting points for Berserk, and next turn I'm probably going to try again and clear these 2 sites, but not this one because it's really too dangerous with these 2 phasing plus these 2 phasing plus these guys doing a lot of damage, so very, very dangerous. And next turn I will do many more damage after Omen of the Dove expires, so it will be more profitable to me than to them, who are mainly doing shock damage, so it should be easier. The plan for this is to build Berserkers, I think, here, because we will see what Marcus is playing. Altars of Burnt Souls is pretty nice, giving resurgence to supports, but my plan is not really to build Shrine and Temple and Mystics, so at my throne. So next turn I finish the ups, and my first plan was to go for this sequence: Builder, Arena, and Berserker, because next turn I will have only 1 turn left on the her reproduction, which means that in 2 turns on turn 14 it will have expired, and then I will be at 400 happiness, and then I will get 30% bonus, and I can produce the Berserkers in 1 turn. Yes, but in 2 turns my recruit hero also expires, so actually I will not be at 400 but at 397, 90, how many? 3. And so I cannot really do that. I cannot one-turn them, so instead I changed my mind and realized that in 3 turns it's going to grow. Oh, it's in 3 turns. Well, how did I calculate that? Let me pause. Yeah, so actually I need to wait 3 turns, but at least I can, because I've got a lot of mana and I reach my maximum mana capacity, so I can use the casting points for Authority of the Sword and just cast it this turn, and I'm still largely positive. It doesn't change anything in terms of happiness, and I'm not sure it's actually, yeah, maybe actually I think it's not up to date. I'm going to exit and load again, which updates happiness. So I cut the recording for now. Okay, so I reloaded. So it looks like actually it was up to date. So yeah, in 3 turns. Ah no, okay, yeah, okay. No, I see. Okay, I'm a bit slow. So because I got the hubs, so next turn I will actually increase the domain and then the Haste Berries will be inside my city. So I would need a Tyrant builder to build watchtowers outside my domain. Because now I know that Marcus is on the surface, but I'm going to come back to that later. But I think it's more important to build an army of Berserkers. And so there is another choice: is should I get an arena first to get the medals or not? I prefer to go for the Berserkers directly because faster I have a small army, the best it is to split my 2 armies into 2 groups. And also, if I had the Berserkers here, I would have been able to do this fight. So the Berserkers are really going to change a lot of things, and I can level up pretty fast anyway, I think. So then I should cast 1 Raise Militia maybe, or a Death March. Maybe Death March, because then it will allow me to move faster in this area where there is nothing. I'm going to think again at the end of the video. And yeah, so for the Scots, so this one just moved through the cavern walls, didn't find anything. There is a brigand hideout here, so I hope they're not going to kill me and I can reach the safety of the water. There is Haste Berries here, but I not really on my way. And above ground, so I found Marcus, and it looks like he has a big city as a vassal with a really nice domain, which is bad news for me. And we've got some rapids here, but the shape is a bit weird, and I don't have basic seafaring, so maybe I should stop Steadfast Ward and research basic seafaring. But at the same time, if it's his vassal, I don't really have much to do with his vassal, so I guess I should just look for a bridge first, and after I finish Steadfast Ward I will research basic seafaring. My leader leveled up during the Forbidden Sanctum fight, and I took charge command, I don't know where it is, to give charge. Where is it? Ah yeah, charge command, to give charge to my Cheetahs. And later for the Berserkers, I don't think they have charge by default, right? They already have pounce. Oh, they do have charge actually. Okay. And yeah, my Tyrants went very happy. And yeah, I think that's it for this turn. Ah yeah, I finished the Builder's Hall and I went for a settler here actually. And yeah, also my new city, so I'm building a Builder's Hall. Thanks for watching, see you next time.